Hey everyone, it's Shauna, the Preppy Crafty Girl, and we are going to be decoupaging some buttons. And I also am going to try these little flares because I bought them, I think at the Dollar Tree, gosh, I don't even know, a decade ago, and they are just not my favorite. So I put some gesso on it and the gesso stuck. So I'm assuming that doing the decoupage technique with different napkins and things like that, this will be interesting. So I have a couple of scraps that I'm going to use, and I've got some things that I want to try. I already went ahead and prepped my wood buttons. Now you don't have to use wood buttons, you can use any kind of button. I just found all my buttons are hacked up. So I just found a little bag of wood buttons in my junk drawer, and I was like thrilled because I had wanted to try this. Now I did see this on, her name is Camelia Crafts or something like that. And so that's what kind of sparked this. And then I took a class, which I can't do it with the photos, but you can transfer photos on here. But I took the class with Potter School, but they make you say that you're not going to teach anything that you learned in class. So we're not going to do that one. We are going to just do this one. And I tend to save my white part of the napkin because you can stamp on it. And some people print. My printer is pretty finicky and it won't allow me to do that. So let's see. I've got this one I'm going to do. I'm working on a journal right now that has yellow in it. And I loved the daisy, of course. So this one I've already taken the paper off of. This also has some little flowers on it. This was an IKEA napkin I got a long time ago in a gift. And then I have some tissue paper I'm going to try. And I have this from Kiki K. When I was in Australia, I went to the Kiki K store and they gave me this really cute envelope tissue paper, and I've kept it. So I'm going to try it. And then this I think was like a food wrapper that I asked for an extra one from. I don't know. It was in my scrap basket. I have a huge scrap basket, and so I thought I'd go ahead and take a little piece of this. This feels like deli paper, so I don't know if it's going to be too thick for this project, but we will see. Okay, so I'm going to start out with doing a napkin only because I know that they work. I know it works. And you can use any size, but the bigger the buttons. Now these were by, I think Prima made these or somebody made these. I don't use them. I haven't used them. I've had them for a really long time, and I haven't used them. So I thought, why not just paint them and let's try. So what I did was I put a coat on using white gesso. You can use any kind of white gesso. I use the Dino Wakley brand. It's only because it's what is in my to-go bag, and that's what I'm working out of currently. So I had that, and I just brushed a coat or two on, depending on your button. You may need to do 1 or 2 coats. And then what you're going to use is, I got to get out my matte gel medium. My matte gel medium, and then I need a brush. Okay, I just want to say that if you go to estate sales and they are an artist, hunt for their brushes, because you can get some really nice brushes from people, and then you can get some really yucky ones that you don't care about using with matte medium, because matte medium, in my opinion, will destroy your brush if you're not super careful, because somehow it gets all down in here, and then that part of the brush is really thick, like it's stiff. So I am using one that I got at, I think, a flea market in a bin or whatever. I picked up a bunch of, and this is for acrylic, so it's not like a watercolor brush, which is hair. This is some kind of synthetic. So I don't care if I ruin it. And I just leave the lid kind of on when I do this. And we are going to, I'm gonna do this little daisy first. Now, what she found was not, and I'll put her link below, but she found that it was easier if you don't do the matte medium on the button first. That you just, on the napkin, on the button first. You just do it on the top and it'll soak through. So I want to do a little daisy button. So we are going to, you know me and my love of daisies. Now, do I want to do like 3 on there? Just do a couple. Let's see. I press it out to see what pattern. And of course I want to leave some white space. Okay, so I'm just going to go right on through the napkin, and then I'm going to go afterward and tear the napkin off. I guess I could have cut it out first, but that would have been too easy. So now I'm just going to tear that around. Oh no, it's pretty easy. Pretty easy. And then I will make sure that the edges are stuck down without. Now this has a white background, so if it tears, it's not that big of a deal because this napkin has a white background. So you want to be kind of careful. Then you're just going to set that aside and you're going to let it dry really well. And I didn't do any beforehand. So sorry, I gotta get a baby wipe and it's all over my fingers. But yeah, so I didn't do any beforehand to show you. I'm sorry. I'm just going for it. Okay, let's try this one. Let's do a little envelope, and I'm gonna just because I don't really care about those, so if it messes up, it messes up. But I'm gonna try some of this tissue paper, which I don't know, it feels it's not really tissue paper. It almost feels like fabric. Well, we'll find out. On this though, I think what I'm going to do is I am going to put some on the back because it is thicker. And, oh, I like the little homemade, yeah, there. Okay, so because this is a little bit thicker than actual like tissue paper, I'm not too worried about it ripping. And although it will tear, it's tearing off, so that's kind of cool. Now I did notice when I did the Flair, I had to go back and do 3 coats because there was a bright pink and black pattern on it. But anyway, I'm just gonna, oops, I lost my, oh no, there it goes. Did I just tear that? I need to go back in with a little piece of that envelope. Here it is. Because I tore it with the brush. So I'm saying you have to do very light and almost like you only do one little swipe. Nothing like trying this out without trying it out first. So I'm just gonna roll that there. Oops. And then tuck it under. And then because when you dry, I'm gonna go back in with a nail file, which I have the Making Memories nail files, I think it was. Okay, so there's that one. Ooh, this one's coming out super pretty. Okay. Let's do the little sandpipers because I am working on a beach. I am finishing up on those beach things I did. Oh my gosh, what, last month I started on it? Ah! Okay, so I'm gonna do the little sandpipers. And I am working on one for myself. This one I think I'm gonna go around and cut. And I'll be putting up some of those videos, finishing up those too. So let's try putting it on first with the napkin and then seeing what happens. So lightly just kind of tap it down. Then I'm gonna just lightly go over it. And kind of go over on the edge. I did paint my edges. Okay, so let's wait for that one. Wow, the napkin just basically, oh no, just disintegrate. Oh no, it does just disintegrate. No, 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 no. I think that kind of looks like a little, I'm gonna leave it because right now it just looks like froth coming off the ocean. It doesn't look that bad. All right, then what else we got here? We have this one, which I want to do this little small, where do I have one on the side? Yeah, this little small, ooh, that's cute. I want to do blue because I'm working on a blue journal too right now, so could really use the little blue flowers. That's really cute. All right, so I don't know, maybe my brush is too stiff. Is that what's tearing it? Or I'm just working it in. I probably don't even need to work it in. Okay, this one now I didn't do it first, so I think after you get it wet, again, this is me experimenting. This is not a tutorial. Just saying. Don't email me. Don't message me. Okay. There's that one. Let's see if I can get this off now without tearing. Okay. Just take that off. Off. And again, we're gonna go around with the little sandpaper. Cute! Oh my goodness. Let me tell you, this could be addicting making these things. Let me say. Okay. Very cute. I do need to make sure I gesso the edges down pretty well. I mean, not gesso, Mod Podge, or not Mod Podge, what's this stuff called? Okay, next, let's do a little one. Maybe this one right here. That little blue flower is super cute. I should use a scissor. Do you call them scissors or scissor? Just curious. Okay. That's gonna be cute. Yep. Alright. We'll take the time. I'll cut off the excess. And I can see why Camille does not, I think that's her name, Camelia Crafts. Sorry. But I can see why she chose not to, because now that I've done it both ways, before and after with the matte medium, I can see why you would not do it before. I think it does make the napkin weaker. I do see that. Alright, so this time I'm going to wrap it around and then I'll wait till it dries and then I'm going to go around and file it. Oh my gosh, these are super cute. It looks like I hand painted them. Shh, don't tell anyone. Okay, let's get this one out. I'm going to do this girl. Be really good for my mod. Very mod, very 1960s, early 70s illustration type. I've been kind of into that stuff right now, so I'm drawn to this. Okay. Now again, because I think this is tissue, I think I am gonna put this on first because it's thicker. And also, wherever you put the holes, if you're doing faces, butterflies not so much, but I'm really seeing how if you do a face, you have to really decide where the face is going to go as opposed to the holes. Or they're going to end up like with a hole where you don't want a hole. So I can't really see where those holes are. But I think I did okay. Yeah, this feels more, not like tissue. This is definitely deli paper. It is definitely thicker. So thicker than tissue. I have to work this in with my, and I am going over the edge. I will, like I said, file to smooth things out. But oh my goodness, that is adorbs. Okay, she's cute. I've got 3 more with gesso on them. Let's get those done. Let's do a yellow flower. I haven't done really any yellow. I need to wipe my fingers though, or I'm gonna stick to the napkin. Okay, so I see a little yellow. Oh, I need to do pink too. Okay. Right over, try to get it as close to the center as I can. Cute. Alrighty. I'm really happy with this. I've never done this before. Can you tell? I can all hear you saying it. Yeah, we can tell. But look at, okay, I've done by about the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about the 6th one in, you get the hang of what you're doing. And then you won't drop them like I just did, or tear them. Okay. And then just gonna go over the top of it a little bit, and voila. Very cute. I love the daisy one. I'm all about the daisy button. Just saying. Okay. Maybe I've got a butterfly. I've got a partial butterfly. That's good. And I've got this big giant one, but what I have is too small. So, it's alright. This looks like, this is tissue paper. I stamped it. I remember I stamped this with, okay, I hope I used archival ink. We'll find out. I stamped it with a Tim Holtz stamp. Tissue paper. Okay. Cover it. Hopefully, maybe the first one we worked on will be dry. We'll see. By the time we're done, I can show you how to go around the edge. So you can use your stamps, you can use your napkins, and any printed tissue paper that you get, like out of packaging. That's where that tissue paper came from. And deli paper works too. So if you find some cute deli paper at a restaurant, ask them for an extra piece. That's what I do. I always ask them. They look at you a little odd, and then you go, I'm an artist. And then they're like, oh, here, have two. Okay. So I need to do a yellow one. Fingers are all sticky. Let me do a daffodil. Daffodil. Cute. So all of you out there that won Dee Dee's napkin giveaway, look what you can do with them. Here's a little thing you can do. And like I said, if you have a Flair that you don't like, shoot, gesso over it. Okay, so I got my daffodil. Almost think it needs to be a little off to the side, just because it's such a big, yeah, that looks better. Definitely yellow. I think the butterfly came out really cool. Oops. Oops. And then alrighty. So there are those. And I am gonna see if that first one I did with the daisies on it, if it's dry. I don't have a dryer. So I cannot dry them in real time for you guys. I could pause and then restart, but let's just see. Oh no, this is dry. Okay, so you're gonna take a nail file. And you just go around the edge, and that'll get any excess that you may not want. I just polished my fingernails today, and now I'm taking the polish off. Although some of these some of them don't have excess. Some of them I went around the edge. So, and I'm using a pretty coarse This is Making Memories. I don't think they even make this set anymore, but it's pretty coarse, fun nail file. Okay, then what I want to do is on the back, I'm going to take my pokey tool, or on the front, I got to find out where the little hole is. It's in here somewhere. Maybe this way. And just poke once. Yeah. And then re-poke your holes because they will get filled with the gesso when you do the gesso, just saying. And then, yeah, so clean out that gesso in the back because you're going to want to probably sew it on to your project. And you're going to want to get the, ooh, I got this one full of gesso. Wow, that really went down in there. Anyway, oh my goodness, look how stinking cute this is. This is so cute. Can't wait to put it on my journal. So a little teaser of the journal that I'm working on is, one thing I'm doing is I have a prototype. So I made this because I'm making one of these as my mother's memorial book. And so I just was playing with the extra fabric that I had, and I am just kind of messing around with it. So I have a pocket on the outside, which I thought I'll tuck her picture in. And then I'm doing one signature, and then I just use this braiding that I had, and I'm gonna like go around and do that. So I've just been playing with a prototype of what I want to make, and it's going to have raw edges, which is so not me. I'm all about turning an item and putting the raw edges on the inside. However, I didn't have a whole lot, and this is super thick because it is upholstery fabric. It's a velvet upholstery fabric. It's vintage, and I only got like one square, but I had enough to do two books plus this little tiny little chunky monkey, and that it's going to turn out to be. And then I have enough to do, yeah, mine and then my friend's, because her mom died in January. So we're working on these together, and yeah. So thanks for joining me. I hope you pull out some buttons and you play along. Get your tissues, get your stamping, get your deli papers, whatever you have that is that would be transparent in the end. And yeah, go for it. Bye guys.